Hi, welcome to the next edition of the Jank Tank. Today we're going to be trying out Mono Red Devotion for Pioneer. We're going to try it out. We're going to try out the new Cunning Coyote in the deck. I'm not sure how well this card actually is going to pay out, but I am just excited to be able to play some Mono Red Devotion. It's one of my pet decks. I think I enjoy playing this over the other Devotion variants. And plus, I haven't really featured Mono Red Devotion in a minute, but probably about a year since I last featured it. So if you like Mono Red Devotion, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification, order for future videos. We're on our way to 2,000 subs. Let's get there together. Let's get into this deck list and see the deck in action. So the deck list, we have a couple of Chandras for a little bit of a card advantage, plus 2 in the board for the same purpose. 4 Burning Tree Emissaries, because it's 2 Devotion on turn 2. We can play a Coyote right off the bat, and then we can smash for 5 turn 2. Kind of nice. Eidolon, decent card. Double red pip, so it helps with Devotion. Bone Crusher is a nice removal spell that also adds to a little bit of Devotion. I love Boris Reckoner. That plus Star of Extinction should win the game. Goblin Char Wheeler, pretty good card. Get rid of elves, stuff like that. Then we have Fanatic of Mogus as a way to close the game out with Torbrand. We have Leyline Combustion because it's free 2 red pips. Decent amount of lands, pretty budget friendly other than the Nick those, which is $40-something. Other than that, the rest of it, it's like $8, $7.50 for the Den and the Citadel. Sideboard, we have Alpine Moon over Damping Sphere because it does add a red pip. 3 Running Volleys because it's a decent sideboard card. 2 Rolling Vortexes to hate on Waste Not plus Quintorius, Lotus Field, and the Amalia matchups. 2 Unlicensed Herds for Graveyard Hate. 2 Brotherhood Inn for a mini sweeper. 2 Chandras, like I said, for grinding matchups. 2 Buzz Crusher also for Lotus Field and land-based strategies, especially something gets like Waste Not. It's nice to be able to destroy the looting land and the castle lock lane. So that is our deck. Let's see if this deck has what it takes in Pioneer. Let's get into it. Did it on red say go? Okay, Temple of Mystery. So this is clearly Lotus Field. And passes. Ooh, nice top deck. That means we actually get to do what I said we could do. Burning Tree. Add some mana. Coyote. Give it haste. Shove for 5. Say go. Plays an island. And passes. No scrying. You could have an impulse. Torbrand, I'm looking for more for either a land or something else that I can cast for 3. If I get an untapped land, I might win next turn with Fanatic. Right? Because if I get 4 crossed, next turn 7, plus this should close the game out. Maybe even Torbrand could close the game out. Shove. Hit you down to 11, say go. Plays a Lotus Field. Sacks. And just passes. Okay. Can we take game 1? Chain Whirler. That is not really what I was hoping for. But that does 1 point of damage, I guess. So he's at 10. We shove in there. Down to 3. Now the issue is, how does he play this turn where he just doesn't die to attacks? I was really hoping I wouldn't give him even a turn, but... Strings. What can you chain together? Pour over pages. That brings you back to 5. Charm. Stage. Strings. Impulse is not a big deal. Cycle. We got game 1. So we have Alpine Moon and Buzz Crusher. Down Chandra and Star. I don't like that. Actually, we also have this Vortex. We could bring that in as well over Bone Crusher. Or I don't like... No, I think I want to keep 1 Bone Crush, 2 Bone Crushers. Go down to Torbrand. I don't like that. We start off with a Combustion. He starts off with a Temple. And passes. Sunken Citadel, sweet. On red. We can get to this Buzz Crusher. That's actually probably game ending. Now, if I play a Nykthos this turn, I get to tap it for 2, which isn't really great. Let's play the Sanctum, huh? I think I just play Burning Tree, say go. I really just kind of want to produce as much mana as I can for this Nykthos. And I assume he's going to just end up no Impulse. So if he just taps out for a Lotus Field here, that's not great. Scrying. It's probably to get a stage. If I had to guess. Besage Lotus Field. So I think he's going to scoop. Considering that we can get to Buzz Crusher this turn. Another Fanatic. Buzz Crusher. Pop it. Pass. So that means next turn we get... Oh, we definitely should attack. Next turn we should be able to probably do both. A Boros Reckoner and a Fanatic next turn. Which should be GG's. Or close to it. I'm surprised our opponent didn't scoop. Like that. Blowing up essentially 3 lands in 1 is pretty harsh. Mono Red Devotion. Turns out it's a good Magic deck. Alright, plays a tap land. Yeah. Combustion. That's not helpful. So 6 mana. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. So we play Boros Reckoner. Fanatic. Which should deal 10. And hit you down to 2. Got it. 1-0. Let's get into the next. Sentinel. On red, say go. Cliffs. Passes. So we'll go ahead and play the land untapped. So we get the Burning Tree, then Coyote, and attempt to attack you. Is it possible there's a world where the Mono Red Devotion deck could just be a very good aggressive deck with this Coyote? Like, it's just a nice backup plan to the Burning Tree Emissary. And then you just get this advantage of just dropping down something huge that's red. Blood Tithe Harvester. We play Nykthos. Chandra. Uptick Chandra. I can't do anything else. Go to combat. Hit with a Coyote. Trades. Tap Crypt. So no Ripper this turn. Edicts my Planeswalker. I will miss her. Play a Chain Whirler. Shove. Say go. Fable. Another land. But that's not what I was looking for. Go to combat. Attempt to offer a trade. Takes it. You could have a push for this post-combat, but I think I have to take the risk. Sakasan and a Shieldred. Play the land, say go. So, I'm assuming it hits me down to 11. No, it does not attack. Oh my god, we're just going to draw lands, huh? Blood Tithe Harvester. Hits me. Torbrand. At that point, I just don't see a point. So we went Chandra. And maybe Vortex. Bone Crusher seems kind of sus. And then went Torbrand. I don't like that. So Sentinel on red. Citadel on red. Pass. Next turn we can Vortex if he doesn't duress or thought sees me. Okay, now he takes my Vortex. So we need to top deck something for this turn. We'll play the Din, that's fine. Pass. So he plays his own Hive. And a Bank Buster. Plays Chandra. Uptick. Pass. Trespasser. That doesn't do much of relevance, but you could crew and smash my Chandra. So maybe it's better than I thought. Like, that's a pretty good move. Play Chain Whirler. Say goo. Tap Vents. Fable. Passing. So Shrine Net. 2 mana. Play Fanatic. X for 4 damage. Play a Coyote. Pump the Fanatic. Shove for 5. He can chomp. Or he could trade. Just takes it. So attack Crypt. Sheldred. So 5 mana. So if I turn this on, he blocks here, here, here. At most takes 3. So we sack a Ruins. To do 2. We just pass. So Fable flips. He has a Hive online. Draws a card. Goes to 9. Just passes. Of course we draw another land. Pass the turn. Kills my threat. Which isn't a huge deal. I mean, I don't really know what he's doing in the first place. But we do need to find something soon. Like, we're running out of turns. Because he's getting such a big board and we have literally 2 threats. So he's going to copy that. Are you just going to take out my Chain Whirler? Which means I have nothing with First Strike anymore. So he shoves in there. We just have to take it. Okay, well, I'm off. Leyline Anticipation. So we play Din. Say go. This is like a pseudo mirror. So he's playing blue Devotion. We're playing red Devotion. So we get to untap. We top deck our Leyline at the wrong possible time. While he's tapped out, we'll stomp and say go. Hall passes. Play Chandra. Updeck. Say go. Here comes the Jace. And be past the turn. Then he goes Luton. Gets rid of a Cryptomancer and passes. Ping the Jace. Attempt to play Torbrand. And pass. Plays a Biomancer. And an Oracle. Goes a Luton. So right now we're 1 and 1.5, right? So we'll play a bonus round depending on if we win this one or not. We are coming to the end of the season. So that's pretty cool. Uptick on Chandra. So I can't do this. Alright. So that means I need to tap this first. Play Leyline of Combustion. And a Bone Crusher. We just passed the turn. Another Oracle. 9 Devotion? He is almost out of cards. There's his last card. Plot, and this activates plots. Okay. That's not really what I was looking for. So snipe out the Chandra. The Jace. Plot. And pass? Yeah, he can just smash my Chandra this turn. With a 5/5. Tap Citadel. So the tricky part is this is indestructible. It makes him less wanting to actually attack with it. Alright, makes his Oracle unblockable. His other Oracle, you're going to attack this down to 5. So that's also coming at it. I guess we lose Chandra. 7 mana. Play another Leyline. Coyote. Pump Torbrand. Chandra. Uptick. Attempt to shove for 17? No, 16. This is 5. I should have attacked with the Coyote. No, I'm correct. I want to save it back for the Thassa's. Yeah, I'm definitely blocking. Because I so badly want to find a Boros Reckoner. Exile the top card. That's a Boros Reckoner. Is there a world where I can uptick this? No, I can't. I already upticked it. So what do I, how much mana do I have? Oh, that's enough to win the game. Do you have a counter? Pop the Hall. Now you could just bounce my Reckoner. Yeah, pop you for 20. Got it. So we want our Buzz Crusher. Valley doesn't seem great. Vortex may be okay. And then maybe Chandra. Down a Torbrand. The Goblin. A Bone Crusher. A Bone Crusher. Keep the Chain Whirler in. Go down Bone Crusher. more devotion, run it like that. So you can start with the ley line. Play the hall. Passes. We'll lead off with a tap land. Say go. Curse. Fairy. Island. Makes sense. Passes. Play Rolling Vortex. Wizard's Class. So we need to just keep drawing lands, preferably, as he plays an island himself. Draws a couple cards. Land, please. So we play Eidolon. Pass the turn. Another island. Passes. So any moment he could untap this and just block. So I can't actually attack this turn. Play Burning Tree. Say go. So Jace. Petty Thieves away my Eidolon. Mimic. The Exile's Plotted Zone. Smacks me to 13. Attempt to play Eidolon. Plays a Wizard's Class. I think I can't win from here. I mean, I'm just not drawing lands, so scoop it up. Drawing 2 lands. Run it back. He has another ley line. Play the mountain, say go. Tap Citadel. So we get to attack him for 5. Not bad for next turn. But we get to get a little bit frisky this turn. Island. Passes. Citadel on red. Go to combat. Attempt to shove for 4. Thassa's Oracle. I mean, he could block 1 threat, but that's still taking 2 down to 9. Oh, no blocks. Just to nick those and passes. I think I cast Boros Reckoner and just pass. Because I don't know what he could flash in here. He has 4 mana. He could add to his pool from these 2 combine. Plus he has 5. A fairy. And a Thassa's God, which red would have been a blowout. So yeah. So he attempts to attack me. What does that mean? If I block here, I could deal 5, bring him to 6. But I think I just take it. Okay, so I think I want to do, first things first, play Eidolon. It's free. So I have 8 mana. Play Torbrand. And a Fanatic. He has to counter this. That's Xaxes. Actually, it'd be 1 point over. Plus this pip here. So he has to counter this. Or bounce something. So he go ahead and he witnesses my... Does that actually... That doesn't turn off the red sources, though. That does prevent the +2 damage. So he's at 7 now. Because he casts a spell with Eidolon to burn him for 4. Out of War bounces. Still 9 points of damage. Jace. And a Wizard's Class. He's just going all in because he realizes it's over. Alright, 2 and 1.5. Let's get into the next. We get to start off with a ley line. Citadel on red. And pass. So if he managed to find a Nykthos, his hand should be pretty based. Triome. This could be Quintorius. So I think this turn I want to go ahead and Burning Tree and Stomp. Pass. So tap Breeding Pool. Star of Extinction. Not really what I want. So we'll play Bone Crusher. And attempt to smack you. We are closing to the end of the season. It's basically a few weeks away. So we're going to be starting to get going on some interesting brews for next season. So definitely sub if you want to be a part of the Pioneer next season's experience. Smack you for 5 or 6. Quintorius could win the next turn. He did not crack this and, 2-ripple land. Attempt to play Torbrand and smash. Binding. That does get you for 4. And smack. Got it. I guess Vortex. Down Chandra. I think this is Quintorius. I don't think Chandra's very good. Run it like that. Okay, he's done. So overall, what did we learn this week about this deck? We lost 1 match. Got to 2 halves. So we managed to pull off pretty devastating game 1s. The opponent was just not having it. So I think the second guy did mull to 5 on game 2, and he just could not pull anything together enough to win that situation. I believe, like I said, I believe that was Contorious. So I do think this deck is kind of sweet. I do wonder if there is going to needs to be something like a Fable or something where we could provide a little bit of card advantage. But other than that, it felt like the deck did have a decent set of draws. Turns out Coyote and Burning BTE is pretty good together. We just able to smash for 5 turn 2, which is a pretty good stat line. So let me know down in the comment section what you guys thought about this list. Like I said, I'm probably going to revisit it in a couple seasons when we do head to whatever set that has the new ley lines. So expect probably a lot of devotion in that series or that season, just because mono red, mono blue, mono green, maybe, probably not, mono black, like all those devotion decks. If there is a good ley line that could be main deckable, I'm going to be trying it out. So, but until next time, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Talk to you soon.